What's up everyone? Miss Angelina here. Welcome back to week 2 of the Rec Center Summer Camp. This week's theme is To Infinity and Beyond, where we're going to take you through some space-themed crafts and activities. So my craft for today, which I'm going to teach you guys, is called moon sand. So we'll get into that here real quick. But before we get started, I have 2 special guests that would like to come on. They're a little shy, but I'm gonna go get them for you guys. All right, campers, I would like you to meet. Wait 1 second, he's trying to tell me something. Okay. So, he wanted me to tell you that their names are Tom and this is Jerry, because those are their Earth names. Their space names are a little too hard to pronounce, but Tom and Jerry are gonna be helping me out in this process. So, who's ready to get started on some moon sand? All right, so what you're gonna need for moon sand is a big mixing bowl, a couple of small bowls. I'm gonna use 3 here. You'll see why later. I have a whole tub of flour. You're gonna need enough to get 4 cups full of flour. Some food coloring. Some measuring cups. I have a cup and half a cup. Those will be important later on. Some baby oil. And a spoon. Anything else, guys? Sounds good. All right, let's get mixing. All right, so to start off, you're gonna need 4 cups of flour in this big bowl. So I'm gonna get that for you guys. All right, we got 1 cup. I feel as though I'm baking something, not making a craft. 2 cups. 3. And 4. I have a feeling this is gonna make a bunch of moon sand, but hey, the more the better. All right, next up, we are going to need half a cup of baby oil. So let's get that started. If I can work the cap. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, it smells really good. All right, we got half a cup. Gonna dump that in. Oh, I love the smell. All right. So now you're gonna take your spoon and start mixing. You wanna make sure that the baby oil is incorporated into all of the flour. So make sure you mix it up really well. Buddy's here for the ride too. I'm gonna start mixing with my hands. It might be a little easier. You guys can stick with the spoon, but I kind of like to get messy, so. Oopsie. Yeah, definitely make sure you guys have a big enough bowl to fit 4 cups of flour in, because otherwise, you're going to be spilling it everywhere. And if you don't think that your moon sand is forming and it's just way too powdery, go ahead and add a little bit more baby oil. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add a couple more drops in. That might help the process. I am making a mess, but that is okay. Gonna add some more baby oil. It's not forming just yet. And it's not supposed to be a Play-Doh consistency because from the name it's moon sand. So think of when you go to the beach, sand can be a little crumbly. You want it to be soft, but where you can form it into a ball like this, but it can also be crumbly like that. All right, I think we're good there. Now I'm going to split it into 3 sections. So, all right, Jerry's back up, we're good. So I'm gonna divide the moon sand into 3 sections. So I'm just gonna dump some in this first bowl here. You guys are gonna have plenty to play with. So if you guys have any friends out there, your neighbors, siblings, let them go at it too. It's really fun. All right, I'm going to set the rest aside. You can still see I have a lot more, but now comes the fun part. We are going to dye them. So I'm gonna make them galaxy colors. So I'm gonna make one a pinkish reddish color, then I'm gonna make one blue, and then I'm gonna mix red and blue to make purple. All right, so to make the dyeing process easier, what I did was I poured some more baby oil in another bowl just to cover the bottom, you can see. And now I'm gonna add my food coloring. So for red, I'm just gonna add a couple drops here. And then I'm gonna mix it up. And it is going to be splotchy like that because that's just the oil separating from the food coloring. And then I'm going to pour it in to my sand and mix it up. So this is my final product. If you can see, it's kind of galaxy themed. I got some red chunks in there with blue, but it's really easy to form stuff. So there's your moon sand. What do you guys think? Cool? Cool. All right, so modifications would be, for beginner level, you definitely want to have someone help you out with this. It gets very messy, and you really don't even need to use 4 cups of flour. I realized that 4 cups of flour will probably give you enough moon sand for like 10 people. That's what the recipe called for, but honestly, what you can do is you can do a cup of flour and then a half a cup of baby oil. And it's really just however soft you want your moon sand. You just keep adding baby oil until you can form it into a ball like this. An intermediate level would be to do the same thing I did here, follow the same exact steps, and invite your friends over. You know, have some moon sand to share with everyone, or your siblings or your parents. Just get out there and have fun. For an advanced level, I want you guys to build stuff out of your moon sand. So here in a little bit, I'm gonna try and build like a little sand castle, but a moon sand castle. So I will see you guys in a second. All right, so this was my final product. It actually formed pretty well. I just decided to build like a little hill or a gate for my alien. So I think they're liking it. All right, well, that's all that I have for the moon sand craft. So just a couple of tips. Remember, if your moon sand looks too dry, just keep adding baby oil. It's not anything you really have to measure out. I just kept squirting it until I felt like it was forming some type of sand. If it becomes too wet, just sprinkle a little bit more flour in there and you should be good. Nothing really to measure in the end. You can measure it to start out with, but just keep adding as you go. And that is all I have for you guys today. Catch us next week when we dive into some dinosaur themed activities, because week 3's theme is going to be Dino Days. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Bye.